Donovan Smith, offensive tackle out of Penn State. There's your upside player. Now, Donovan Smith, he's a player 2 years ago, had a phenomenal year for the Penn State Nittany Lions. This past year, heavily inconsistent, but he is what you look for in an offensive tackle. I mean, 6'6", 340 pounds, and he moves like he's 300 pounds. That's exactly what you want in your offensive tackles. He has that power behind him, and he's definitely someone that has a lot of potential. Now, there were games where he was great. There are games where he was awful, and a lot of it was mental, and a lot of it was balance, where he would be caught off balance. He had his stances too wide. He'd get pushed around sometimes by guys that were smaller, that were weaker than him. Sloppy with how he placed his hands, and he was very punchy and just not. It seemed like he took a step back in the technique department this year for whatever reason. But I mean, he can drive. He has that strength, that lower body strength to drive you back in the run game. And we've seen him at Penn State play in a power scheme. We've seen him at Penn State play in a zone scheme. So we've seen him kind of do everything, and they could be pretty good for that. I like Donovan Smith. I'm a little scared that he could be more of a project than you want at pick 34. I would have rather Jake Fisher, TJ Clemmings, but I can't fault the upside is higher than anyone else at offensive tackle in this draft. I mean, I think when you look at Smith versus Clemmings, Smith has more experience at the position, a little more knowledge of the position, and that's why I think you would take him over Clemmings, along with the broken foot for Clemmings.